and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, make sure to press the subscribe button, and if you're not, thanks for being part of the family and a homie. Today we are going to be talking about dogs, which is something I love to talk about as I am a dog trainer. I also talk about all different types of animals, business, lifestyle stuff on my channel, so if you're interested in that too, and football. I love football, but if you're interested in that too, make sure to press the subscribe button if you haven't already. I am so excited to get into this video. This is the first of many of a new series on my channel that is called Why Not to Get a Blank Debunked. The blank is a dog breed, and as I am a dog trainer, I experience a lot of dog breeds. I love dogs, so I think it's really cool to talk about the negatives of a dog breed and what they mean, and kind of explain all the cons of a dog so you can manage them or decide if that's something you're in for. Today's dog is a Doberman, which, first things first, I love Dobermans. They're probably one of my favorite breeds. They're definitely one of my favorite breeds. I have a Doberman. I will always own a Doberman, but I do not recommend them for beginners, and here's why. Dobermans are naturally a dominant breed. They were bred by a tax collector to be protective and alert. So with Dobermans, it's really, really important and crucial to gain the respect from the get, because they're so naturally protective that if you don't, they're going to be in a leader position, and since they're capable of so much, that can just lead to chaos. So when you're owning a Doberman, it's super crucial to be proactive with their training, and the easiest ways to do this are to master the walk, which I have a video on. You can also do simple things to earn their respect, like make them wait when they're eating and look at you before they start to eat. You can also do obedience with them, like a sit, a down, a stay. There's so many things you can do to gain a Doberman's respect and have them naturally start to go into the follower position versus the leader position. Because a Doberman that is not listening to you can be dangerous. They're a powerful breed. If a Chihuahua is attacking someone, it's not going to do as much damage as a Doberman. They are not naturally aggressive. I love them. My Doberman sleeps with my 6-year-old sister, but they're strong, so they're capable of a lot, which means it's really important to socialize them, because an insecure or a frightened Doberman that goes into fight mode can cause a lot of damage. So when you get a Doberman, it's so important to socialize them with other dogs and people right away. Like I said previously, Dobermans were bred by a tax collector, which resulted in them being suspicious of new people, and was amazing for him when he was collecting people's taxes, because they were like, who are you? But with an inexperienced owner, it can become something really negative, like the Doberman not letting people that the owners know into the house, or the Doberman becoming sketchy on walks, or very suspicious and wigged out by new people, and actually even reacting to them if you're not proactive about it. So ways to steer clear of this is to socialize your dog right away. Also, when you're approaching a new person, teach your dog to heel behind you, and your dog will pick up on if you're comfortable with new people or if you're not comfortable with new people. I'm totally fine with my Doberman being protective, because I'm a little girl, so when I'm on a little run, I want my Doberman to be like, who are you? But I'm not okay with her if I'm inviting someone into the house to be really wigged out by them and to even growl or not let them in the house. So what you can do is, when people are coming into the house, you can start to teach your dog a place by the door, invite people in, and then release your dog after the people have come in. So your dog's not used to guarding the door. Does that make sense? The Dobermans suck at being outdoor dogs. They were bred to be Velcro dogs and right by the family. So if you want a dog that can stay in a kennel or outdoors and only hangs out with you at night when you're walking them, Doberman is not for you. They're not a good farm dog. They want to be inside, they want to be by you. So make sure, if you want a dog that stays more outdoors or not by you or with the family, you do not opt for a Doberman, because they need to be next to you. They're the Velcro dogs. They gotta be right next to you at all times. Literally, Dobermans are like the breed that like has a paw on you. Why did I do that? I'm like, this is my hand, this is a Doberman paw. They're like sitting with their paw on you, or they're right next to you, touching you or pressing against you at all times. Dobermans can be high-strung and intense. What I mean by this is Dobermans are always alert, they have so much energy, and they're a little bit tough to train. And since they're so intelligent, you have to train them both physically and mentally. So going to the dog park where a Doberman's practicing being intense and playing is good to drain them physically, but it's not good to drain them mentally. With my Doberman, something that I'll do is I'll bike her in the mornings to drain her physically, because she has so much energy, and then I'll do pack walks with her throughout the day so that she gets into the follower state of mind, she's drained mentally, and she's focusing on a job. I'll also throw a backpack on her. Her name's Jazzy. She wears a backpack and looks super cute because this gives her something to focus on the walks, so she's not everywhere. She's focusing on her job of carrying the backpack, she's packing it along, she's looking at me, following me. So not only is she just focused on me, she also has a job to carry stuff. It's also super important and crucial to challenge your Doberman mentally with obedience tricks like sit, down, stay. I make everything an opportunity to make my Doberman think. When I'm feeding her, instead of just handing her her bowl, I taught her, this is kind of weird, and I didn't even think it was weird until like my friend was watching me feed the dogs and she's like, why is Jazzy in the pantry? But Jazzy gets really excited when it comes to food. So I taught her to sit and lay down in the pantry while I make the food, and she has her ears up and she stares at me and I make the food, but this gives her something to do and guides her so she knows how to do something positively in order to get her food versus her just running around being excited and being obnoxious while I'm making her food. Due to overbreeding, Dobermans can be prone to heart issues, so it's important to get Dobermans from a reputable breeder, which can be another con because from getting them from a really good breeder can be quite expensive and into the tens of thousands of dollars. So it's crucial to not get them from a backyard breeder. One, you don't want to support a backyard breeder, and two, you really don't want to fall in love and get attached to a dog that is going to be prone to lots of health issues in their future. Now for a recap of the breed. I think overall Dobermans are an insanely loyal and intelligent breed and amazing if you bring out the best in them. They just need to be fulfilled physically and mentally, which can be a lot to ask for a person with a busy schedule, so it's crucial to make sure that you have enough time for your Doberman and can put in enough time to train them. One thing I don't mention a lot is that Jazzy, my Doberman, was the reason that I got into dog training. She actually was a show dog and unfortunately had a bad handler who kept her in a kennel and didn't socialize her properly with other dogs. So when she came back from showing and back from Wisconsin, she started causing dog fights. And she still is a little iffy around other dogs if she's with the wrong person or not with me. It's really important to be proactive with Dobermans because Jazzy was a huge extreme. I worked with many dog trainers and it became insecurity leading to what most people would call aggression, or the reason she was starting dog fights. I literally had the most heartbreaking 6 months with her, but I'm so thankful, and everything does happen for a reason because she's the reason I found my passion. Since she was the extreme of a Doberman that wasn't raised correctly and did have behavioral issues and we had to modify her behavior quite a bit, I thought it would be really helpful for me to explain my daily routine with her and what I did to get her to the point she is at now and what I do to maintain that as well. The bike was a big thing when it came to draining her physically. On the walk, she used to pull like a madman. She used to be crazy. She used to react to other dogs. And so with the bike, it fulfills her need to pull. I don't make her jog by the bike. I actually let her pull the bike, and then I make her jog by the bike in other times. But she knows the difference because I put different leashes on her when I'm biking her to jog by me and when I'm letting her pull. In the mornings, I let her pull the bike because she really likes to run and get drained physically. With that, will just put a clip on her collar, or a clip leash, like the one that most people use, because it goes on the lower part of her neck and activates her oppositional reflex, which is awful for walking a dog. It's awful if you want her to listen to you. But when I'm just letting her get her energy out, clip the thing to her leash, let her run, and she's set. I do about a couple miles with her every single morning, letting her run, get her energy out, and do her thing, and fulfill her need to pull and work and just hit that intensity. Then I never ever ever just bike her because she gets to that intense state of mind where she's running, so it would backfire. It would just backfire if I had just let her run and then didn't do anything with her. To end it, I always end with obedience or something structured, like a structured walk or obedience. It would completely backfire if I literally just biked her and let her pull and get to that intense state of mind and didn't take the time to calm down her state of mind after. So after, I always make it a point to either do something structured, like a structured walk, or some obedience. And by obedience, I make her sit, lay, go down, practice some stays, roll over, play dead. She also does a lot of guarding. I love backpacks. I know I've talked about them. Look into getting your dog a backpack because they give your dog something to focus on, and they also make the walk more draining for them physically. And with Dobermans, they are so intelligent and so smart and so willing to please. So I think positive reinforcement when it comes to working with them is really so beneficial in the learning phases of anything. Honestly, make everything a learning experience, or take advantage of everything you can for practice. Just like I said, I make Jazzy lay in the pantry and practice place while I make her food. You can take advantage of any social situation to practice with them and help them get into a calm state of mind and practice following you. Dobermans love to please. Take advantage of that. Do a lot of positive reinforcement training. Do heel on the walks. Really implement pressure and release on the walk so that they're following you. There's so much to do. I think the main thing with Dobermans is being proactive, because they are a strong breed that's capable of a lot. But like I said, there's no breed that's more loyal, more intelligent than they are. And so if you bring out the best in them, they're literally your best friend. It's just so important to know what you're getting yourself into. One thing I want to say is I've heard and seen in my comment section that Dobermans are goats and Dobermans are so destructive. And if your Doberman is destroying things, that is them outputting energy that they have onto objects. So what that means you need to do is take the initiative to walk them and calm them down. A lot of people say they're prone to separation anxiety, but if you're proactive with keeping them calm and really doing everything you need to fulfill them mentally and physically, you won't have any issues. Thank you so much for watching. Again, I appreciate you more than anything. Thank you for being part of my family. Let me know if there's anything I missed down in the comments below, and let me know what you think about this. Also, if you have a Doberman, comment your Doberman's name because they're the best, and I will see you next video. Thank you. Bye.